How's going? Dusty Bogan here. Just doing a bit of yard work, mowing the lawn and that, and got my Bunnings hat on. I'll give you a tip. Bunnings hat's like a hardware store in Australia. I'll give you a tip. If you get a Bunnings hat, rip the bloody inside elastic out. It's so fucking uncomfortable. Anyway, I'm just having a little break. Bit of fucking water. Anyway, I know people like to fucking just skip things as they watch it because, we have short attention spans. Anyway, fucking sitting down, chilling out, and come across an article about a man carrying gas cans and a lighter was arrested at New York City's St. Patrick's Cathedral. Can you fucking believe this? Some other nutcases, some kind of copycat, attention seeker, nutcase, maybe a Muslim, who knows? I mean, they will never fucking live it down. We have to, forever, Muslims, you have to become fucking the religion of peace at this point. You have to be super PC. It's beyond... you all have to virtue signal your way out of this, probably for fucking 500 years. It's like the white people with white guilt, and they're real pathetic, like losers. That's what Islam's going to have to do for everyone not to blame them for every fucking stupid thing that's going on in the world right now. Shouldn't go around. Remember when John Connor in Terminator, and he said to the T-1000 Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's like, you just can't go around killing people. Yeah. That's some great advice for Muslims. Should be like a verse in the Quran, but it's not. I've read it. Read your book. Anyway, let's read this article. 2 minutes in. I don't know if I can wear this hat. Hang on a second. There you go. I'm back. Dusty's back. Anyway, here we go. I'm reading this article. I was also listening to War Room, the InfoWars app, while I was mowing. Owen Schroyer, I think that's how you say his name. He's fucking good, eh? He's a hard case. I definitely recommend listening to it. Anyway, yeah, so I'll read this article. A man carrying 2 gas cans and lighters was arrested at New York City St. Patrick Cathedral. A security officer inside the historic Midtown church confronted the man and quickly noted police. I've actually been to this church. It's pretty sick. Pretty sure. So this is St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York City. It's right across from, I think it's like some British, I don't know if it says the British Empire building or some British fucking building. It's right next to the Rockefeller Center. Anyway, so the Rockefeller Center is quite. I reckon you look at it, if you go inside, go into the foyer, and it's like paintings of these men who look like gods building a city of steel. It's quite iconic, maybe. Really cool. I liked it. I like going there. I like going into St. Patrick's Cathedral. It's like a weird thing. If you go on holidays, I go on holidays with my wife, obviously, and women, I don't know, I don't want to generalize here, but let's generalize for a minute. Do women aren't as interested in history? Is that a thing? Or is it just my wife? Maybe. And I'm like, let's go in that St. Patrick's Cathedral. Oh, that looks amazing. No, I've got to go to Macy's or something stupid like that. And I'm like, oh, get out of this world. I'm going in. Went in. It was beautiful. So here we go. Man carrying 2 canisters filled with gasoline, lighter fluid, and a pair of lighters was arrested Wednesday night at New York City St. Patrick's Cathedral, police said. A security guard at the historic Midtown church confronted the man inside the building, which had worshippers inside at the time. Holy crap. And noticed police officers stationed nearby who took the suspect into custody as he attempted to leave the area. John Miller, the New York Police Department Deputy Commissioner of Intelligence and Counterterrorism, told reporters outside the church Wednesday night that the man's motives were under investigation by the department's counterterrorism unit and FBI. That's fucking crazy. And I'm telling you what, do you think if this guy, this is speculation, do you think if this guy was just some nutcase who's like, man, I see all the fucking attention from this Paris church, the Notre Dame burning down, maybe I should like do the same. Maybe like if he was that guy, if he was like that, just a nutcase, you'd think be like, yeah, this guy was just a mentally ill fucking attention-seeking nutcase. But I would say if the police officer, so they're saying the cop on duty pretty much told them that that it's been investigated by the Department of Counterterrorism Unit and the FBI. That's some fucking serious shit. That means that there's got to be more than this guy just being some idiot who's like, I lost my job and fucking twisted my ankle and then my missus broke up with me and I fucking got evicted from my house, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll just get some petrol. And there's only like 2 fucking service stations in the whole of Manhattan. So I'm thinking this is St. Patrick's Cathedral in Manhattan, because I know there's like St. Patrick's fucking cathedrals everywhere. Pretty sure there's one in my city. But yeah, I'm imagining there's a bit more to this. Some kind of weird ideology, philosophy, maybe. He's and who the hell would want to burn down a church? Is he a radical Muslim, Islamic Muslim, or he's a radical atheist? Which I don't think. Radical atheists would more likely just be nihilists. Like they'll be clown, the honker dude. They'll be like clown people who just are nihilistic, and then you get to the point where you actually become like honker, the clown, and you just be like, stuff it. I'm a nihilist, but you try to look to the funny side of it and just laugh about everything. I'm pretty sure what most atheists are just trying to stimulate their nerve endings and look for some, and they're like, I'm just highly evolved pond scum. Our life's only good for like in the moment self-gratification. That's all I can imagine. That's about the sum of life, really. So everything is just an invention of the brain, like a kind of fleeting moment. So why would an atheist even bother? Well, I couldn't imagine. No, it's a Christian church. So it's got to be a Muslim. It has to be a fucking Muslim or just some mentally ill, depressed, weirdo kind of copycat who wants attention, which could actually be. I'm probably, old Muslims, you keep fucking desecrating Anzac grave sites and bloody Syria, and you desecrate ancient sites in like Syria, and fucking you'll shoot up Justin Bieber's girlfriend's concert. You fucking blow that up. You shoot people at concerts. You fly planes into building, drives trucks into people. They're fucking crazy as fuck. What the hell for? Because they get 70 virgins. You have a stupid idea of heaven. And pretty much, if your idea of heaven is self-gratification, I don't know if it will work. That's the stupidest thing about that. We have people who live their lives like, I just want all these women. That's what heaven is going to be for me. Allah Akbar. Well, mate, look at Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen lived that lifestyle for fucking 3 years and he ended up in a nut home. So how do you think it's going to be like actually work for you for eternity? It's not going to. It doesn't work. I think you should trade in your silly idea of heaven for like a spiritual transcendent version. You know, I like the Christian idea of heaven where it would be, I'm actually, it's not about I'll get to heaven and I'll be able to eat as many chocolate and I won't get fat and I'll have all these women. That's not the Christian heaven. No, no, no. Christian heaven's like you'll be in a spiritual area, like with God. It'll be spiritually like feeling good and amazing, transcendent beyond what the physical you could even grasp in the physical realm. Do you know what I mean? I think like that's better. That's way better. That seems superior than the version of heaven, which would be a physical self-gratification, which doesn't work for Britney Spears or Charlie Sheen or anyone. I don't think it works for anyone, even people on the earth. It seems that the most happy people on earth are like common sense people who celebrate life, enjoy life, and maybe they might have a bit of a party, enjoy eating the fucking cheesecake and pork chops and that, but they probably don't do it to the extreme. It seems that the people who do it to that extreme end up in fucking mental wards or the whole life just broken and fall to pieces. So it's just stupid. So anyway, let's keep reading. Okay. It's hard to say exactly what his intentions were, but I think that a totality of an individual walking into an iconic location carrying over 4 gallons of gasoline, 2 bottles of lighter fluid, and lighters is something we would have great concern over, Miller said. We're looking into his background. I guess that's just like his life, not his ethnic background, and talking to a couple of other agencies. There's the actual fucking lighters and fuel and lighter fluid. Looks like he's just bought them, to be honest. Looks like brand new. The suspect, who has not been identified, parked a minivan near the cathedral just before 8 p.m. Wednesday, Miller said. He walked around the area, then returned to the vehicle where he appeared to pick up the gas canister, 2 lighter fluid, and 2 extended lighters. When the man entered the cathedral, he was immediately stopped by the security guard, who asked him where he was going and told that he couldn't walk in carrying flammable items. That's fucking good. That was a weird thing about being in America. Like, I noticed there were security guards in the churches. I'd like walk in and be like, this is awesome. And sometimes, because, you know, churches are always open, you'd see people sit in the pews. But usually you'd see the security guard and be like, hey man, how you going? And just like, I guess that's the Aussie way. There was this weird church. Do you know, if you've been to New York, there's like the Seinfeld diner. There's some weird other church. I think it's like some weird non-denominational Episcopalian, I don't know, church. It looks like old school cathedral, and they're like, it's the world's biggest church. It's never stopped expanding. And they're talking about the just like the architecture of the structure. They're not talking about fucking people who actually attend that church. Anyway, we went into that church and the security guard was like, what? He was some cool African dude actually. And I'm like, hey bro, what's up with that? There was like all this weird artwork around. I'm like, what's up with that, bro? That's like an upside down cross. I'm like, that's weird. I'm a Christian, bro. Are you a Christian? He's like, yes, I'm a Christian. He must have been new to America. From Africa. And he's like, I'm like, dude, I wouldn't worship in this church. How could you worship in a church with this upside down cross? He's like, I don't know, man. He's like, I don't worship here. I do not come here. And I was like, yeah, no worries, bro. And I'm like, do you find that weird? Have you ever noticed that? He's like, no, you mentioned it. Yes, I think that is. He's like, I don't understand this. This is weird. He's like, this place is more like a museum or something. I'm like, yeah, fucking fair enough. So that's the church near fucking where Jerry Seinfeld, you know, the Seinfeld diner. Just another fucking story of a tangent. Has nothing to do with this. But yeah, that's just yeah, I remember talking to the security guards at all the different, I think I only went to the St. Patrick's Cathedral and then that weird church that was near fucking Jerry, the Seinfeld diner. And it was like, when you go to New York and you sit on, it's like the double-decker buses, and then you pay money, you buy a ticket for like a few days, you can jump on them, they just go around and around, you can listen to the audio, the guy will tell you like the monuments or the hell what's in the city. And that's what he was said when we drove past this place in the bus. He was like, and this is the biggest church in the world, they've never stopped construction on it for like forever and ever, they're currently doing this phase of construction. I'm like, okay, that sounds pretty cool, maybe we should stop there, because every time we fucking jumped on one of these buses they kept mentioning it, and when we went in it was just fucking weird. So anyway, keep reading. When the man entered the cathedral, he was immediately stopped by the security guard, who asked him where he was going, carrying flammable items. Gas spilled on the floor of the church during the exchange. Pardon me, Miller said, and the suspect walked away. 2 officers were flagged by the security guard. Pardon me, I'm a filthy pig. Who then stopped the suspect along 5th Avenue for questioning. His answers were inconsistent and evasive. Although he remained conversational with them and cooperative, Miller said. The man said he was cutting through the cathedral to go to Madison Avenue and that his car had ran out of gas. Officers later checked the minivan and determined that was untrue. Wow. The incident came 2 days after the massive fire tore through Notre Dame in Paris, devastating the 700-year-old iconic landmark. Like Notre Dame, the cathedral's ceiling is made up of wood-framed attic. St. Patrick's Cathedral, New York City landmark, usually has an increased security presence, but authorities had heightened it further after the fire at Notre Dame. Now, why the fuck would they do that? It must be because Notre Dame was a terrorist attack. Why fucking else would they increase the security, right? That is fucking stupid. They must think we're fucking stupid. The man was known to law enforcement, Miller said, but declined to provide details. Was known? Yeah, so he was known to them, okay? And that's the end of the article. Anyway, how the fuck do you think, how stupid do they think we are? This guy, I don't know. Anyway, we can't speculate any further, but this is the stupid thing. The left-wing mainstream fucking media, right, they will never tell you the truth. If any of this stuff was Islamic terrorist attack, they'll never fucking do it. You have guys, you have dudes, and like the other day they go on about fucking, didn't some bitch say the other day, some American senator, she was like, 9/11, that wasn't fucking Muslims or something stupid. Like, how fucking stupid are you? The last terrorist attack we had in Australia was like when Muslims wear them fucking stupid long like dress things? It was like a weird half dress thing and a fucking little stupid hat. And he was going around fucking stabbing people. Now, I was surprised at that particular time. They were like, yeah, he was a Muslim. And I was really fucking surprised because if they didn't, he was wearing the fucking clothes like it's like he shops at fucking Taliban R Us or something. You know what I mean? Like, they just look fucking stupid. Like, who the fuck even wants to wear clothing like that? Like, it's surely the next generation of young Muslims who might just be like, yeah, it's a part of my culture and my ancestors have been Muslims for fucking so many generations. I'm going to continue the tradition. You're like, yeah, that's fine as long as you're not fucking killing people. And plus, some tips for you is grow mustaches with your beard. because you look fucking stupid without the mustache on the beard, and just give up on the shitty clothing that looks stupid. You don't see Christians wearing fucking stupid clothing, do ya? We just wear normal clothing. Get with the fucking times. Change something, you know? Do something fucking productive. Maybe we'll like you more. Give up the fucking burqa. Just give up the burqa. Let the women wear the fucking headscarves. That's fine. Blokes grow fucking mustaches with your beards and give up. It mainly is the blokes with our stupid clothing, and you're like, oh man, you look fucking ridiculous. You look like you're from 2000 fucking 1300 years ago when Muhammad, the fucking original terrorist, started this mad religion. Anyway, enough of my fucking ranting. Cheers, eh?